Welcome everybody to this new series that we've got going on the channel of Aerobiz Supersonic. It's our Sunday flashback series where I'm revisiting old games, and it seems to be the trend of the Koei. It was a lot of fun doing Liberty or Death. I will be back to that with the American version. This is a different game. It's still Koei, so it's not the military one, but this is a game that me and my friends also played way too much growing up, and I'm excited to get back into it. I've not played this game in a very long time. We'll see how rusty I am at things like this. It's going to be fun. So if you're not familiar with this game, we are going to be building an airline. We're going to be sailing across we're going to be flying across the world and seeing how things go. So let's jump in, and we are going to, I think, go with the scenario. If things go well and the series goes well and you guys like it, we'll go back and do other scenarios as well. I kind of want to do the era that this game was taking place in, and where they kind of know everything, and you got kind of the airlines. We're going to do airlines cover the globe, 1985 to 2005. We will do some of these other ones as well if they come back to them here and there. We are going to, so this is scenario of flying ranges up. We've got the B747, 767, A340. We're going to try this one. And we are going to do, I'm not going to do supersonic. It's been too long, and I don't know how that would go. I think Jumbo Jet's going to be just fine. We're going to have our one player here. And I am going to choose... I'm a sucker on this game for Tokyo in these later eras. I think I'm going to go with Tokyo again. So let's start with there. Okay, so we have another rival there. Bangkok's going to be rivaling us. And Moscow's interesting with the Cold War still going on. I'm intrigued. And then we've got Sao Paulo. So nobody's set up in North America. That is really, really good. We're going to just keep the name Sunrise. And I like that. And we're going to be ready to go. Everything is in order. So we are in April 1985. Siberia is going to negotiations. So our goals... We are trying to dominate. Well, here you go. We're promoted to CEO, and we're trying to expand to every region, gain #1 market share in 7 regions within 20 years. But if financial losses continue for a year, we'll go bankrupt. So we're going to get them, and we're going to do our best. We have our advisors ready to go. So we have slots that we can fly into. You'll see Tokyo, the red, our major hub, has 33 of them. So that means we can have 33 flights going on. The green colored circles are the major cities, and those will a lot of times do more. Now, there will be events that draw people to the smaller hubs and other ones. The Olympics will be coming. I think they're happening in Seoul soon, so we are definitely going to negotiate some slots in Seoul. It is my understanding that these are kind of ranked. I didn't realize this until fairly recently, where I stumbled upon where these apparently, the top left is my best, second best, third best, and then my fourth best. So we're going to send our second best, potentially, to Seoul to negotiate for some slots. It's going to take 6 months. Hopefully we can get a flight up and running before the Olympics happen. And I don't have the music up real loud, I don't think, but you gotta have to hear this music because it's just so classic of the Koei games. These techniques, it's lovely. So if you think you might like this series and want to help support the channel and follow along with it, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Leave likes. Both of those things really help the channel grow. I appreciate each one of them. It was a lot of fun doing Liberty or Death, and I look forward to doing this one. So we're going to go with LA. Man, the US one's the vibe's so much more kind of mellow than the Southeast Asian one. We're going to go for 5 slots in LA. We're going to start to hit these international flights as quickly as we can. It's going to be very important that we do that and expand quickly. So let's go back to Oceania for this one. We're going to open one into Sydney. Again, the international flights are where you're really going to make your money. And then once you start and you get into these markets, you can then expand into these smaller areas. The Middle East is not one of our top priorities, and neither is Africa, because they just don't do real well. And right now, honestly, we don't need to really dig into one of these either. Mexico City's where we'll go in at some point. Might be worth doing New York, though. Now I think about it, let's go ahead and get... So we know we have competition in Bangkok, so let's try Hong Kong. Now this is also when Hong Kong was under British rule. So you'll notice that there was an economics. If you're not familiar with the game, there's an economy and a tourism section to each of these. So some of them are big tourist spots, like maybe Honolulu, but others are big in economy. So Hong Kong had a solid economy. It's great if you can get both because it will drive people on both of them. We're going to buy some new planes. We're going to buy some that are very long sail, and we're going to go to bowling. And we need to have some major passenger liners, so that's 6,700, because we're going to be flying around the Pacific Ocean and everything. So we're going to load up 10 planes. We're going to be using them all over the course of everything anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. And I think what we'll do is maybe use... We're not going to build anything at the moment. No flights. We're going to wait. Oh, Sao Paulo's moving, though. And they're looking into going to New York. Bangkok has opened a route between Bangkok and Tokyo already. So they already had slots in ours. Oh, and they purchased City Hotel. That's going to be something we need to do. Nice is currently the hotspot for tourists. Too bad nobody's over there. So Bangkok's got 4,400 passengers there. So we get these updates after each turn, which is awesome. So we are just even. We've got no passengers, no sales. We have lost a little bit of profit because we pay for the slots that we have. Only Rio Air, with their 3 cities that they've connected, have made a profit. I'm hoping we will break into that this very soon once we get our new slots. Algeria is going to be closely aligned with the Western Bloc, and ooh, we got a Cold War thing. Perestroika under Mr. Gorbachev. It's a Perestroika is restructuring the economic systems there. We don't have any flights. I know. Yes, I know. We'll get there. No rush. Now we got the big planes. That's what we need. Bring them into the hangar. All right. We're going to get everything next, but I guess we could go ahead and open at least one route somewhere. Osaka's super, super close. Now we need to use, so you'll see at the top we got our mileage. This one's the B737 at 1,600 miles. This is one of the shortest ones we can do. We're just gonna do one plane. We can do a bunch of flights then. We'll see what we get with 10. And we're gonna start with like 40%. We can always lower it till we'll tweak it to get to where we will make the most profit. But again, right now we're only focused really on making those bigger flights internationally. We got ourselves one route. Want to save the money to open up some of those international flights next. Bangkok and Osaka, Sapporo. They're negotiating with Sydney as well, which is why we want to get in there first if we can. Nice, by the time anybody gets there, it's not going to matter. Hey, we got 14,000 passengers there in one connection. Are we making a profit? That's the key. We've got some sales. We are not making a profit yet. Bangkok is doing really well. And they have us, they are number 1 in our region. Again, it's been, I'm rusty in this, so I'm nervous on how this thing's going to play out. And those others are being super aggressive. Moscow's like us. They took a while to get going. But now, there we go. We got 5 slots in LA, Seoul, Sydney, and Hong Kong. So now we have some better routes we can do. So first thing we're going to try to get to is Tokyo to LA. Because then we can build a hub in North America as well to connect again. So we've got to use this. It's a long flight. Let's do 3. That's a lot of planes for it, but we're going to jack this thing up to 45% as well. $2,093 in 1985 money. we're going to have some wealthy people flying on this thing, I think. And now we do need to also open up a route to Seoul. We'll do that with our smaller plane again. One plane is enough. And again, we can do 40%. We'll tweak it as we need to. And off we go. Let's check out on that first route, see if we need to change anything between Tokyo and Osaka. So we're making a lot of profit. It's a full load. We could increase that even more. Let's try to do 50%. As long as it's 100%, we might as well. This is not going to be a hugely profitable route for us, but we need to at least get something with passengers. If we can, we want to go and connect to Sydney as well. Get another international flight with our B747s. Again, we can always go in and reduce the number of planes that we're going to do. But I want to maximize these international flight slots. The smaller interregional ones, not necessarily needing to. Those are just to help us with gaining passengers more than anything. But now we need to start negotiating. So we will... We're going to start negotiating with Mexico City. Because we're going to start going LA to Mexico City as well. See, their economy is 38, tourism is 35. You can see it up at the top. So, not the best by any means. Actually, now that I think about it, we're going to return some slots. Because you do have to pay for the slots, I believe, even if you're not using them. We're going to return 3 extras here in Osaka. We don't need that many in Osaka. The economy's doing great. We are going to need more in Tokyo. I don't know. We'll keep those for the moment. And let's see what we can do. We need to build a regional hub. Once you get the regional hub, you generally get more slots available to you. We will construct one. 57 economy, 48 tourism. We will do that. Now, if you're not familiar as well, when you see those other pictures, which I'll show you, we need businesses. And actually, we might as well go ahead and buy one. So you can also buy businesses. And here it shows us the businesses we can get. We get the museum, an amusement park, catering service, travel agency to help take people to our shuttle service, and a grand hotel. The travel agency, I don't know if that will make it be as profitable as our grand hotel. So we're going to do the grand hotel in our home city. And then we also need to start negotiating with other places. I think the Europe spot to go to would be London. I like the idea of London here. 62 strong economy, solid tourism. That would be a good place to do the hub. So total slots, it's 0 out of 130. So there's 130 total slots. Sometimes they expand, but you can also eat up a lot of slots to kind of block out the competition that way as well. We will have to start getting more slots in Tokyo soon, but Nice is still the hotspot for tourists. Okay, how are interregional flights? 27,600 for us. We're the only ones with those. And we have 21,000, so we got picked up 7,000 from our flights to Seoul. Oh, look at that profit. That is a nice profit. So is that $40 million in profit? That's what we like to see. Lots of sales. We're number one in passengers. Now, we are not winning in any of the regions yet, but if we get that profit and get that money coming in, then we can open those smaller flights. You'll see a red line there for Bangkok. That means they're losing money. That route is not profitable. They're now entering into negotiations with London as well. Jerks. We have profitable routes. That's what we like to see. We got a hub in LA. We can now get more slots there a little bit quicker. Grand Hotel in Tokyo. Connecting flights will be able to stop by there. That's always good news. Let's check the routes again. Sydney to Tokyo is at 37%, but it's making a lot of money. Tokyo to Osaka's 100%, even at 50%. Tokyo to Seoul at 40% is still is doing well. And Tokyo to LA is crushing it. I think we'll lower the fare one. So let's see here. We've got, I'll take a little note on this one, on the number of sales we have and the percentage of that. And so when we lower it by 40%, it will probably increase the amount of people on there. But I want to also see what it does to the profit. We might end up cutting a plane out of this. Into Sydney, we're going to do the same thing. They're both making tons of money, even on such a small... Actually, this one, we're going to reduce the number of planes. And just have 3 flights then. If that drops our profit much, we might have to reconsider. Let's negotiate. One of the places we need to negotiate is Tokyo. Because we're going to be doing a lot of flights in here eventually. I want to keep others out of it. Let's just do 9 slots for now. And then we need to negotiate in LA as well. So every turn is a quarter. So 3 months would be 1 turn, 6 months would be 2 turns. Let's get a lot of slots here. It's going to be flying to New York, it's going to be flying to London, it's going to be flying to Mexico City, all those places. So we got to make sure we get as many as we can. And by having a hub there, we get more and it takes less time. Let's see what we've got. Rio's opening to Sao Paulo, New York, and Buenos Aires. Rio's doing, they're pretty aggressive here. Nice is still booming. Our international flights dipped just slightly, I believe. We'll see what the profits do on each of those. That's what we're kind of most concerned about. We'll catch up with Bangkok Air once we start actually opening things. So 39,000, yeah, it went down a little bit. Sales, passengers, okay, we're still making money. 39 million. I like that and they just went into Sydney. We need to open a hub down there. Start getting slots before they do. Yes, I know. Siberia's flying in there. We got Mexico City we can open up to. More in Tokyo. 14 slots in LA. 5 slots in London. Good deal. We can start to expand this. But I want to check those 2 routes that we were looking at. So to Sydney, that profit dropped a lot. 6 million. To LA, the profit actually went up. So what that means is we're going to drop it just a little bit again. Because we increased it by 7%, which also increased the sales by 3 million. So we're going to try to find that ideal spot. And we're going to do the same thing with Sydney. I think we need to add the plane back, maybe. Or just drop the fare. See if we can get back up there. All right, time for some new flights. Actually, before we do that, no, we'll do the hub later. Don't want to open business there. We are going to go from LA to London. And then try to open a hub here if we can. This one should be a good one. Woo. We're going to do the 5 flights. We'll do 35%. And then, if we can afford it, we're also going to go to Mexico City. Ooh, not yet. Let's hold off. I don't know that we could do Tokyo to Mexico City. Actually, let's do Tokyo to Hong Kong. Let's get another shorter route. Oh, it's too long for the short plane, too short for the long plane. Could we do Tokyo to London? That'd be pretty nice if we could. What's the mileage? 6,000. So we can if we get a hub, or actually if we don't need a hub, but we do need to get more slots there. We will open a hub here. Then we are going to negotiate with, oh, I don't know, Paris maybe? Ooh, that's a lot. We're just going to do 7. 58 and 61, maybe that's where we need to open up. Want to go back to North America and go ahead and get into New York. I think 5's enough. If we have high demand coming from LA or something, then we'll change that. Is there a business venture we could look into here? What does LA have? LA's got the economy and tourism. We could do the travel agency. That could help, but I think actually since we're going to have connecting flights and stuff, let's do the Grand Hotel. 3 months to buy it. That looks good to us. We don't have a lot of money. Let's check out the planes a little bit. We need to find one. I think McDougall Douglas has, yeah, 3,500 is a nice one. McDonnell Douglas, not McDougall. So they got 3,500, 84 in fuel economy, 79 on the repairs. Let's see what Aerobiz has to offer. $4,100 and $5,500 and $6,000. So the McDonnell Douglas might be the best one. Does Boeing have anything else that would fit us as a mid-range? Oh, okay, they do. 2,900. Oh, but that fuel economy is not nearly as good. Let's go back to let's go back to Douglas here. That'll help us get these like regional flights that we want, these interregional ones. Let's see. I don't want to buy too many of them. Let's just do 4 to start. We're going to need to buy some more, some of the jumbo jets here soon too. No, we're good. All right. So far, so good. Let's see. Hopefully we get that profit coming. Now, at some point, we may do some ads. We might tweak some of the expenses a little bit. Man, they're going to Hawaii as well. Nice has a long run of business here. I don't remember them always going that long. 27,000, but others are starting to cut in on us. 39,000 for Siberia in their home territory. 21,000 for us. I do want to look at, so 48,000 passengers doing it. Sales are good. Profit went up. That's nice to see. We're going to have to, once we get that profit coming in, then we'll be able to order more planes and continually do smaller routes and just build up better and better for us. Man, they're going all over the place too. So now we've got a hub in London. Got the Grand Hotel in LA. Connecting flights, that's good. Got our MD-80s. This will be what we use to open up to Hong Kong. That'll help us get a little bit more in the region. Nothing major. I do want to check out our LA and Sydney. We're still kind of trying. So Tokyo to Sydney now went even worse. That's not good. What is the competition doing? They are at 15%. Okay, now we're going to go in direct competition. We're going to go down to 5% and see what that does to us. Hopefully they like us better. And then LA to Tokyo went up again. Not by much. So I think this is like a good spot to just set it at. That's not too bad. But I do want to go ahead and open one up to Hong Kong. We will use our new plane. I like that one plane can do all 5 slots. That's perfect. We're going to set it at 35%. And now that I think about it, let's check out our 2 local routes. Tokyo to Osaka, we've already got that maxed out 100%, 50%. It's not worth adding another plane. To Seoul, 100%. That is a profit-making machine at 40%. Let's up that one to 50 as well. I mean, the expenses are so small on this. That's fantastic. Okay, let's negotiate for some spots here. We need more money. Just gonna do 10 for now. Alright, we'll stop there. We may have to return some slots at some point soon. I'm not sure. We don't have a lot of money, so we need that profit to go up so we can continue to invest at a good rate. We slightly increased there with Sydney. Nothing great. Siberia is really growing, 52,000, and we're up to 30 now. Closing in on Bangkok a little bit. As long as we have profitable routes, we can do that. 47, so we increased that profit yet again. Bangkok, unfortunately, is like the second best. We'd like to see them go out of business because that would make things a little bit easier in catching up with them, because we are well behind them in passengers at the moment. The negotiations with Berlin. Oh, we have a route losing money. All right. We're going to have to fix that. Wonder why New York to London is doing so poorly. Let's check out what we got here. Tokyo to Sydney did see a little bit of a bump of 6 million and 8%. That's good news. They are at minus 5%. We are in a price war, folks. We'll go minus 10%. Yes, it's okay. If they're going to drop low, we're going to do it as well, as long as we can win these. Oh, let's take a look at that Seoul route and Hong Kong to see how they're doing. Tokyo to Hong Kong is 100%. Oh, so is Seoul, so that one's doing great. We're going to increase this fare. We're going to go ahead and jack it up to 50. That's making quite a bit of profit. But it doesn't make anything near what LA is making. Man. What if we do... So we got 39, 170, 67%. Let's see if dropping it... If it increases the profit just a little bit and our passengers a little bit, that's still good because we do have hotels that would drive them to. Unfortunately, I don't know that... Oh, yeah, here we go. I don't know that we're going to be able to open a route. Tokyo to LA is doing great. LA to London, 4%. Oh, goodness. That's not good. Let's take a plane off. And we're going to reduce that fare. Let's do average. I don't understand why it's doing so poorly. I also don't think we're going to be able to afford this flight. We cannot. So we're not too far away from it. I don't want to negotiate for anymore. I think we might actually give... Unless we can open one here. 1, 3, 7, 5, 6, nope. We can't afford any of them. I think we might... No, we're going to keep those slots. We're going to have to... If we're going to win this region, we're going to have to do it anyways. So let's do one more quarterly update here. Oh, 32,000. So we did increase by a little bit. I want to check out what our routes are. Bangkok went down a little. And we're at 30,000, so that's good. We've got 63,000 passengers, number 1 there, number 1 in sales. And the profit jumped a healthy amount. That's what we needed. We need that profit to go up, though, if we're going to continue to expand at a good rate. Unfortunately, we're still in the red. We got to figure out how to do that. Maybe by opening some other flights that'll do the trick. So once again, let's do our experiment here. Tokyo to Sydney is up to 49% now. And it is making 10 million. So we increased it by 2 million. That's good news. Osaka's still doing great. Hong Kong's still doing great. Seoul's still doing great. Tokyo to LA is doing even better. We increased that by $8 million from 30, or no, by 3, from 39 to 42. And we increased it by a 9% fare. So I think that means we should drop it just slightly again and continue to tweak that. So let's take a quick look at our London route, see if it's any better at all. And we'll have to think about doing it, and then we will wrap this episode up. So it's not losing as much, but it's still not good. We're going to hopefully see if opening a route to Paris, opening a route to New York, if that starts to open things up for us. We'll find out. We do have the profit to where if we don't open a new route this time, we're still making the money. But we need to get to a point where we are going to start opening these smaller interregional routes now as well, because the big profit is coming in, but we got to be able to continue to connect all these cities. So we're going to wrap this episode up here, and I want to thank you all for joining me on this one. Please join along for the ride or the flight, as it may be, as we revisit this another amazing Koei game, Aerobiz Supersonic. I appreciate each one of you for watching. It really does mean a lot. I thank each one of you. Leave some comments, give me some feedback, give me some tips. It's been a while since I played, so it's a blast from the past for me. Maybe hopefully it is for you as well. Come back on the next episode. Until then, I hope you have a great day.